Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are starting a new series called Chess Miniatures, and today we have a really special game by a really special player. Playing as white is Danny Rensch of chess.com. You probably know him, you've seen him on chess.com in some of the coverages of chess tournament and chess games. And his opponent is a less known Zachary A. Young. This game was played a long time ago in 2007, and it's a short and sweet miniature in Richterhauser attack in Sicilian defense, so I thought why not show it to you, because it might be useful sometimes in your own games. And truly exciting games. Black missed a move, and after that his position completely fell apart. So if you enjoy tactics, you will definitely find this puzzle really interesting from this game. So without further ado, let's go straight into the game. So Danny Rensch opened with e4, we have c5, knight to f3, and we have d6. After d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4. We are in open variation of the Sicilian. Black continues with knight to f6, we have knight to c3 for Danny, and we have knight to c6 for Black, immediately challenging this knight. White continues with a bishop g5, which is so-called Richterhauser attack, e6 for Black, and we have bishop b5, another good move pinning this Black knight. Game continued with queen to c7 to protect this knight, and now White continues with queen to f3 with the idea to immediately pressure this knight and take a pawn if Black doesn't defend. We have knight to d7. Because of that, Black defends the knight this way, he retreats it, and we have a long castle for Danny Rensch. Game continued with a6 for Black, pushing away this bishop. We have a bishop picking up on c6, b takes on c6, and rook h to e1, so White completely finished his development, and now it's Black's move to finish his own development. And in this position, Black played h6 in order to pull away this bishop and create some space on the king side as well. But now it's time for you to pause the video and think about the next White's move. Do you see a hidden tactic here which Black completely missed? If you can find it, great, and if not, it's kind of easy, but it's maybe not so. And the tactic solution is knight picks up on e6, which Danny Rensch found. The idea behind of that is that you now cannot take this, because believe it or not, it's a checkmate in two moves in the center of the board, because this king cannot move on this Black diagonal, and this knight unfortunately covers his escape square. So after knight picks up on e6, there is nothing you can do. Now your queen is attacked. Game continued with queen to a5 for Black. Then immediately continues with the best move here, which is move e5. The reason why this is the best move is now simply you open another attacker on this c6 square. Also, when opponent's king is in the center, you have to immediately attack and try and you have to open up the position as soon as you can, because these two rooks are simply too strong and this king is almost helpless. We have h takes on g5, now a completely reasonable sacrifice by Danny Rensch, and right now we have knight picking up on g5. Now, of course, another threat is queen picking up on f7 here, and this threat is still hanging here. Another threat is e picking up on d6, and the position is collapsing here for Black. We have knight picking up on e5. The Black decided to pick up this as a way of least damage. Right now, Danny continues with queen picking up on c6 check. This knight is pinned, so you cannot pick up this queen. And after king goes on d8, we have a rook picking up on e5. And this is where Zachary Young resigned the game, because the game is simply done. Now, what can be done in this position? Computer recommends picking up this rook here. And after that, White would continue with knight picking up on f7 with a fork, and after king goes on e7, simply knight picks up on e5, and the game is done. Yes, you can pick up this knight, but your rook is hanging and the position is simply over. There's nothing you can do. Your pieces are undeveloped, your king is in the center, and this is simply game over. After rook picks up on e5, there is not much else you can do. One of the tries was to go bishop to e6, let's say, but then you give up your rook and the game is again done. The game is done. If you go queen to c7, of course you cannot do that, because now queen on e8 or even a rook to e8, a beautiful checkmate for White would follow, and the game was simply done. Danny Rensch finished this game in almost 17 moves. Truly wonderful example of nice miniature here. good to know this kind of motifs, especially if you play against Sicilian and you like this kind of open positions. When you develop your bishops, you don't play Alapin or something like this. It's always good to know that you have this tactic in Richter-Rauser attack, and that this knight on d7 can be possibly a very weak square and on a very weak spot, because also in Fischer-Sozin attack, this f7 square is what white usually aims to attack. And this was all for this chess miniature. As I mentioned, really short but sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess. Please leave your comments about this game. Did you hate this? Did you have the similar positions? Did you won games in similar fashion, maybe some other opening or something like this? And as always, if you wish to improve at chess, you can check the link in the description of this video. I'm a part of a really nice chess community that has all the important things about chess: openings, middle games, end games, chess strategy, chess tactics, how to think, and everything else you might need to grow as a chess player. So if you want to improve your chess, I definitely invite you to at least check it. It doesn't cost you anything to see how and if this is something you would like to check out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and we will see each other on the next video. Bye bye.